What's up everybody, my name is the Holy Apple and welcome to a new video. So this week I'm going to be talking Iron Banner, but more specifically I'm going to be talking about Eruption, which is the new game mode for Iron Banner that dropped this week, and I've got to say I'm quite enjoying it if I'm being honest. The best way I can kind of describe it, it just feels like a team deathmatch with a few extra add-ons to it, but a major plus that's coming along with it as well is that it feels a lot faster paced compared to the other game modes, so it doesn't kind of work on like the bigger maps, but definitely on the smaller maps you can feel like there is an added level of intensity when you're actually playing the game. But I'm going to talk about Eruption's biggest addition to the game, which is their weird prime status that you can get. I think it's 5 kills and then you become primed, and that'll give you a buff to your damage, and on top of that it's basically like being in the hunter status for Iron Banner back when it was the control ones. But on the flip side of this, if you kill someone who's primed, you also get a bonus to your score, so it is a good trade-off. But something I have noticed that a lot of people are doing when they are primed is they activate the super straight away and then they go crazy. Don't get me wrong, it is a good idea, but sometimes it's better to play wise, because I remember in one of the games that I was playing, there was a guy who got primed, and he was very smart about it. He basically waited down, I think it was like 7 seconds, and then went out for a kill when he got down to 5 or 4 seconds, and he just kept extending his timer, and no one could really stop him. But at the same time, you can kind of guess when it's going to be a stomp fest, because when there is going to be 2 people primed on the same team, then that's when things start getting a bit hairy, because never mind trying to take out one of the primed people, you have to take out 2. It's a bit of a daunting task, especially if they're pairing together. I suppose in a way what I'd like to see is some kind of way to bounce the game back against people. So let's say, just theoretically, if 3 people on the enemy team became primed, there'd be a way to bounce it back in your favour. Because I think at that point, when there's 3 people primed in the opposite team and they're just racking up a score, it's pretty much a done game at that point. Not to say this happens all the time, because I've only ever seen 2 people get primed at the same time twice, so that's not too bad. But if you haven't tried out Iron Banner already, I would highly implore that you do so, especially since we have a new rocket launcher out this season called Roar of the Bear, which I really want to get a roll of myself. And just as some final thoughts as well, I am very happy that Eruption has come out in this season, and we've basically ditched Rift, because comparing Rift to Eruption, Eruption's like a mile ahead. Rift was an absolute disaster in my eyes. I know obviously there's people that did enjoy it, and to be fair, that's their opinions. But for me personally, Rift was just a diabolical mess. I couldn't get on with it, but I'm genuinely liking Eruption. I would like to see the old Iron Banner come back, just basic Iron Banner, or have it more frequent, because at the minute, we only get Iron Banner for 2 weeks at a time in a season. If it got stepped up to 3 or 4 weeks, I don't think anybody would mind that. Not to mention, if you did have it for 3 or 4 weeks in the season, you could then rotate the game modes throughout the season, so everyone gets to play what they want. I don't know, just some food for thought, interesting ideas. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would like to know what you're thinking about the new Eruption game mode. Do you like it, or do you hate it? Is it kind of like Marmite, or is it just eh? But that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video.